Hello children, this is mathematics class and we are discussing chapter number 13, surface areas and volumes. In the last period we started with exercise 13.1 and we have solved 3 examples from this exercise. Today we are going to go ahead with the same exercise. So let's start question number 4 from exercise 13.1. The question is, a cubical block of side 7 cm is surmounted by a hemisphere. What is the greatest diameter the hemisphere can have? Find the surface area of the solid. So let's go step by step. The question is about a cubical block which is surmounted by a hemisphere. Now surmounted by the hemisphere means on the cubical block the hemisphere is kept. So the figure you can just make out like how the figure is drawn. The side of the cube is given to us as 7 cm. Next we are asked, what is the greatest diameter for the hemisphere? Now the hemisphere can occupy whole of the side of the cube. If you see the arrangement, so we can say that the greatest diameter of the hemisphere is equal to the side of the cube, and the side of the cube is 7 cm. Now we have to find the total surface area of the solid figure. Now if you look at the figure quickly, you can say that what total surface area means total surface area of a cube and total surface area of a hemisphere, and just add it and the sum is over. Is that so? Absolutely no. So let me just tell you that when we draw figures like this, always keep in mind total surface area is the area which is visible to you. So here in this case we can see the cubical block, on the top of that the hemisphere, but the base area of the hemisphere is not visible to us. So when I have to find out total surface area of this block, my formula will be total surface area of a block is equal to total surface area of a cube plus the curved surface area of the hemisphere and minus the area of the base of the hemisphere. Alright, so now since we have made this formula, let's find out the area one by one. So let's first find out the area of the cubical block. Now the side of the cubical block is given to you as 7 cm. So our formula will be area of, or you can say the total surface area of cube is 6 into a square. Substitute the values, 6 into 7 square. So 6 into 49, and 49 multiplied by 6 is equal to 294 centimeters square. I am sure children you all are along with your books and the pen, and you are also doing the calculations along with the sum we are solving. Let's move ahead. Let's find out the curved surface area of the hemisphere. And for the curved surface area of the hemisphere, our formula is 2 pi r square. We have taken the diameter of the hemisphere as 7 cm. So its radius is equal to 7 upon 2 cm. Let us substitute the values in the formula. So 2 into 22 by 7 into 7 by 2 the whole square. So let's write down 2 into 22 by 7 into 7 by 2 into 7 by 2. Just check out what all values you can cancel. You can cancel 7, 7. You can cancel this 2 and this 2. You can cancel 2 and 22. So 2 11s are 22. So what we are left with is 77 centimeters square. Let's move ahead. We have to find out the area of the base of the hemisphere, and the base is circular in shape. So the base area of the hemisphere is pi into r square. We have the radius, that is 7 upon 2. So 22 by 7 into 7 upon 2 into 7 upon 2. Let's cancel this 7, 7. Cancel 2, 11s are 22. So we are left with 77 upon 2 centimeters square. Now all the three areas we have calculated. Let's substitute these values into the formula which we have made to find out the total surface area of the given solid. So when you substitute all the values, we get 294 plus 77 minus 77 upon 2. So let's convert this 77 upon 2 into decimal. So we have 294 plus 77 minus 38.5, and this is now normal, your addition and subtraction things. Please calculate as fast as possible. I hope you're getting the answer as 332.5 centimeter square. So the surface area of the solid is equal to 332.5 centimeter square. Okay, so let's go to the next sum of the exercise. Now question number 5. A hemispherical depression is cut out from one face of a cubical wooden block such that the diameter L of the hemisphere is equal to the edge of the cube. Determine the surface area of the remaining solid. Now if you compare this sum with the previous sum, we'll observe that in the previous sum the hemisphere is surmounted on the cubical block, and in this sum a hemispherical depression is taken out from one face of a cubical wooden block. So let's go ahead. Here the diameter of the hemisphere is equal to the edge of the cube. That's given to us in the sum, and therefore the diameter is equal to side of the cube, and that is L centimeter. Now if you look at the figure, the area of the base of the hemispherical depression is not seen to us. Hence, when we will make a formula to find out the surface area of the solid, we will not consider the area of base of the hemisphere into that. So our formula will be the surface area of the solid is equal to the area of the cube plus curved surface area of the hemisphere, and from this we have to subtract the area of the base of the hemisphere. Right? So this is how now one by one we will find out the area. So let's figure out the area of the cube first. So the side of the cube is given to us as L. Therefore area of the cube is equal to 6 into side square. So 6 into L square. Then we will find out the curved surface area of the hemisphere, and our formula for curved surface area of hemisphere is 2 pi r square. Now diameter of the hemisphere is L, so radius of hemisphere is L upon 2. Substitute these values in the formula, so we get 2 into pi into L upon 2 the whole square. So we are getting 2 pi L square upon 4. So this 2 and 4 you can cancel, 2 2s are 4. So we are left with pi L square upon 2. So we are keeping pi as it is. We are not substituting the value of pi into the formula for the sake of convenience of our calculation. Let's move ahead. We have to now find out the base area of the hemisphere, which is equal to pi r square. So pi into r square will be L upon 2 the whole square. So we get pi L square upon 2. That is the base area of the hemisphere. Now we have calculated all the three areas. Let us substitute these values into the formula which we have made. So by substituting the all values, we get 6L square, that's area of cube, plus pi L square upon 2, that's curved surface area of the hemisphere, minus The area of base of the hemisphere is pi L square upon 4. We will take the LCM of the last two terms. So 6L square plus 2 pi L square minus pi L square upon 4. This 2 pi L square minus pi L square is equal to pi L square upon 4. So if you take L square common, we get 6 plus pi upon 4. That is equal to L square. Solve the bracket. So this is by cross multiplication. 6 into 4 plus pi upon 4. 6 4s are 24. So L square in the bracket 24 plus pi upon 4. So our final answer is, take this 1 by 4 outside. So 1 upon 4 L square pi plus 24 centimeter square is the total surface area of the given solid. Right, children? So sum is not difficult. Only thing is that when the sum is given to you, we should be able to draw proper diagram for the given figure and understand which surface area we have to find out. So let's move ahead. Now question number 6. A medicine capsule is in the shape of a cylinder with two hemispheres stuck to each of its ends. See the figure, children, and for your understanding, one figure is drawn with colors also. So the two hemispherical ends are yellow in color and the central part of the capsule is blue in color. The length of the entire capsule is 14 mm and the diameter of the capsule is 5 mm. Find its surface area. So looking at the capsule, when we have to find out the surface area of the capsule, we can make a formula, and our formula would be the surface area of the capsule is equal to area of this part, the central part of the capsule, which is cylindrical in shape. We have to consider curved surface area of cylinder, and the two ends are hemispherical in shape, so plus the curved surface area of two hemispheres. Understood? So the whole capsule is curved surface area of cylinder and the curved surface areas of two hemispheres. So let's find out the areas one by one. We will first find out the curved surface area of a cylinder. For that, we will need the radius of the base of the cylinder, and we are given that the diameter of the cylinder is 5 mm. So the radius is 5 upon 2 mm. We are also given that the diameter of the hemisphere, the diameter of the hemisphere and the diameter of the base of the cylinder will be the same. So diameter of the hemisphere is 5 mm. So radius of hemisphere is also 5 upon 2 mm. Okay, then the height of the cylinder we will require, because we have to find out curved surface area. We are given the total height as 14 mm. So height of the cylinder is total height minus this height we have to subtract, and this height is equal to radius of the hemisphere. So 2 into radius of the hemisphere we have to subtract from the total height. So 14 minus 2 into 5 upon 2, you cancel out this 2. So we are left with 14 minus 5, which is 9 mm. So curved surface area of cylinder is equal to 2 pi RH. We have all the values. Substitute that. 2 into 22 upon 7 into 5 upon 2 into 9. This 2 and 2 we can cancel. So we are left with 22 multiplied by 9 5s are 45 upon 7. And quickly multiply these two terms, children. I am sure you are doing the sums along with me. So your multiplication comes equal to 990 upon 7 mm square. Right? Then the curved surface area of the hemisphere we have to find out. The formula is 2 pi r square. So 2 into 22 upon 7 into 5 upon 2 the whole square. So 2 into 22 upon 7 into 5 by 2 into 5 by 2. Cancel out this 2, 2. 2 into 11 is 22. So 11 into 5 upon 7, that is equal to 275 upon 7 mm square. So we have got the curved surface area of the cylinder, we have got the curved surface area of the hemisphere, but we need the curved surface areas of two hemispheres. So we'll just multiply the curved surface area of hemisphere by 2, and by doing that we'll get 2 into 275 upon 7, so that is equal to 550 upon 7 mm square. Alright, so now we have all the areas along with us. Substitute the values into the formula which we have made to find out the area of the capsule. So our answer is 990 upon 7 plus 550 upon 7. The denominator is same, so you just have to add the numerator. So 990 plus 550 upon 7. The addition comes equal to 1540 upon 7. Reduce this to lower terms, so your answer is 220 mm square. And therefore, the total surface area of the capsule is equal to 220 mm square. Right, children? Based on all the sums which we have solved up till now, I have a homework for you all. Please read the sum carefully and try to solve it for your understanding. The figure is also drawn for you. One figure with the measurement and the other figure for your understanding with the colors it's given. So I hope you'll be able to do it and solve it. Check the answer because this is an exercise sum, and see you in the next period with some more sums. So till then, bye and take care.